Well, hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to Platform Housing Group's Community Heroes Awards for 2022, recognising the people in our communities making positive impacts on our lives. So many of you got in touch to nominate people where you live who are doing great things for those around them, especially in the last 12 months, which have been particularly tough for so many. Now, today we've got loads of different awards to give out over the next hour or so. There's also news about our community's connected activity for 2022 as well. More on all of that soon. But before we go any further, to say a few words, I'd like to introduce Platform Housing Group's Chief Operations Officer, Marion Duffy.
Welcome everybody to the very first Platform Community Heroes Awards. I'm really excited to share this with you. The great stories and acts of kindness that have been taking place across all our communities. This broadcast is for Platform customers, whether you're volunteering in your community or not, for Platform colleagues, our community partners, and anyone else who likes to hear the great stories about people making a difference for their local community. Platform Housing now has over 45,000 homes across the Midlands, from Herefordshire in the west to Lincolnshire in the east. We have rural communities, inner city communities, and communities in towns and villages. We know that our customers across all of these different areas, like so many other people, have had a really tough couple of years, battling through challenges like COVID, lockdowns, homeschooling, and loneliness. But what we've heard from across Platform communities are stories of people really pulling together, helping each other through difficult times and stepping up to make a real difference. As Platform involved customers, as formal volunteers, or informally being there for their neighbours and their communities. These people are so often unsung heroes. They do what they do to make a difference, not for recognition. But we think they deserve some recognition, and that's what these awards are all about. We're going to be featuring a few stories and letting you know the names of everyone who received a nomination this year. I was lucky to be a member of the panel that chose this year's winners, and I can honestly tell you that it was really tough. Everyone who received a nomination should feel immensely proud. You're all winners and you've all made a difference. Thank you. We also know there are many others who make a difference, and we thank each and every one of you for what you do. If you know an unsung local hero, please let us know about them. You can go through the Platform website so that we can feature their stories and consider them for next year's awards. I'll be back shortly to let you know about opportunities to get involved and make a difference, wherever you live. But for now, please sit back and enjoy the first of our stories and awards.
Thanks, Mariam. So, loads of you joining us for our awards ceremony today. Thank you to those of you who have taken the time to sit down, whether you're in some of the Platform offices across the Midlands, whether you're some of our customers, wherever you may be joining us this afternoon, and of course some of our sponsors as well. It's great to have you all here. And you can all jump in using the chat function to send your lovely messages about nominees and winners as well. A few people already with us to say hello to, like the guys at Himbleton House Retirement Village, Louise and everyone there with the customers. Good to see you. Hello, so Lauren. Hello to Amber as well, and to Emma Paul. You can all put your messages of good luck and support in there today. And also, you can show us a picture of where you're enjoying the ceremony on social media using the hashtag Platform Heroes. And I should mention as well that we're bringing this to you, of course, from our big offices here in Birmingham, where we've got ourselves a little studio audience here, so they deserve a small clap and a round. Hi, everybody. You okay? Give yourselves a warm round of applause so we can hear yourselves. That's what it's all about today. So wherever you are, we hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. Let's crack on, shall we? Time for our first award, which is Communities Together. It's an award for bringing communities together, ensuring no one is excluded. Now, our winner of this award knows that nothing brings together a community better than food. And she's been providing it for people in her local area for years. From volunteering to run free food shops, cooking meals for family over winter, to distributing meat on Christmas Eve, she's brought people together like no one else. Most recently, she's taken on a local breakfast club when the nearby church were unable to carry on running it. And that breakfast club is where we surprised her with her trophy.
This is the Tolladine Hub in one of Worcester's most deprived areas. It's where Roxy Leonard turns up every Friday morning to put on a breakfast club for residents, something she knows is vital to her community.
I started volunteering with Tea at Toddy with Sue Marta with the church. Started off there and then it sort of snowballed because we've done the free shop and then we did the breakfast club, and yeah, this is where we are now.
What's Breakfast Club like then to do when you're down here on a Friday? What's it like?
It can be hectic, but it's good. It's like got that, well, when it's busy, we've got a really like nice sense of community because we have like a wide range of different people that come. So you have people that don't normally get out of the house to, like, you know, school moms and stuff like that, and like even like the workers, like they'll come in and they'll chat, and it gets people to that don't normally speak to each other, getting to know each other.
Do you think that's probably the best thing about it actually? Is that why it works so well?
Yeah. That's the reason why I wanted to do something like this, because it's not about eating food and having a breakfast. It's about, you know, community and getting people together.
I suppose where you are, you sort of see, even if people here don't realise it, you kind of see the power of it, don't you? Yeah.
Well, obviously, when you're sat there talking to people, you don't realise that you're making friends, and that these are probably like your neighbours at the same time. You don't realise that, but yeah. Like I feel that there's not a lot that goes on around here, so if like this can be like a hub where people can just get together. Like I'd love to do something like this every day, because to me this is what people need. You know, just like, because some people, they don't get out very often, and like even like when, yeah, you might do the school run if you're a school mum, but you may not actually talk to anyone, get to know anyone.
It's obviously something that people, you know, if people stick in their diaries, people know, you know, and maybe they know as well that they're coming and they're going to end up chatting to people, but actually there's a brekkie on the side of it as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy how
I think it gives them a reason to come. Is, oh, I'm coming for breakfast. You know, like people, obviously a lot of people won't admit that they're lonely. Like that's why I'm coming to have a breakfast, and then they'll make a friend, they'll have a chat, it make them feel better.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, look, well done for being nominated for Community Heroes Award. It's quite cool to know that people out there know what you're doing with it. Yeah. So yeah, obviously you've been nominated, and it means that, you know, we want to come and find out about what you do and what you do for everyone and all that kind of stuff as well. But something slightly different that you didn't actually know about is that you weren't nominated. You've actually won the award. So that is Roxy's little trophy.
I have a trophy now to go on the cabinet.
Got a trophy, Roxy. Well done.
Thank you.
Where's it going to go? You've got football trophies at home. It's going to go next year.
So my boys do football and taekwondo. So they've got literally a shelf and it's all theirs. Even my partner does it, and there's nothing of mine. So I'm going to push them all off. Thank you.
Well done, Roxy.
Thank you.
And a huge well done to Roxy and everyone who enjoys that as well. I've just seen a note here from the residents of Rowan Court in Tolladine who love going to the club. They're always singing its praises. Thank you for getting involved on the chat, everybody. Do that however you want throughout the awards today. Let's get on to our second award then, which is the Digital Award, all about someone going that extra mile in helping themselves or others improve their digital skills. Now, our winner started out when she found her interest in family history was a great way to connect with the residents at her supported living scheme. Showing the residents their family past and helping them explore their family tree provided great comfort over a very tough time. And in the process, she's helped develop their IT skills and made some fascinating discoveries about the place she volunteers in. So here's what happened when we went to see her and deliver a small surprise of our own.
Sitting at this desk at the Heriot's retirement living space in Droitwich is Liz Jauncey. Her dedication to helping residents do their family trees has had benefits far beyond anything the residents or even Liz herself could have imagined.
Well, we actually started the ancestry 2-3 years ago now. Well, about 3 years ago. And the reason behind that was originally we wanted to do the Digital Champions team from here, but I was finding that because people found out that I do my own family tree, there were one or two who said they would like to do theirs. So that was how it initially started. it also, for residents who don't get out much, we're able, it's the social aspect of it. Might be on a one-to-one, but then they'll now, obviously, as we've opened up more and more, they'll sort of say to others, oh, you know, I found this out and I found that out.
And what about for you, I suppose? I mean, obviously, you know, you give up a lot of your time to do this, and you know, it's something obviously that you're interested in anyway.
Yeah.
But what's it like when you see other people kind of find that interest as well? It must be quite.
It's actually, yeah, it's one of those that, wow, there's somebody else who's as enthusiastic as I am.
So essentially, people get to fill out these huge charts.
Yes, eventually they will. I think it's 10 generations, these ones, and build it outwards. So it'll be nice for people. They can frame them or whatever afterwards. So yeah, that's the essential aim as regards the family trees in the end.
Well, it's been great to hear about this, and it's so obvious why, you know, you've been nominated as a community hero, because the work you do for everyone here, just from this little corner, must be really engaging people and really, like you say, gives quite a sense of purpose as well.
Yes.
It must be quite a nice.
But it does as much for me as, in fact, it probably does more for me than it does for them. But we all, engage together and we all enjoy it.
Well, look, I brought you some bits here, which is a part of your nomination. But I've also bought something else, which has nothing to do with the nomination at all.
Aww.
It's actually a trophy to say that you're not just a nominee, but you're actually a winner of the Community Heroes Digital Award. So well done. And you know, all that time you spent here last year with everybody, you know, coming to do these trees and coming to engage them, has been really important for them. Maybe even a bit more important than you realise. But so it's only right we thought that you should pick up the trophy as a winner. So well done.
Thank you. Wow, that's unexpected.
It's been great to hear about it all. Thank you for having it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And a massive well done to Liz as well. Really important work there. Keep it up, Liz. Right then, let's get on to our third award, which recognises outstanding contribution to customer involvement. This is awarded for commitment as an involved platform customer to improving our services. Now, our winner of this award dedicates almost all of his spare time to just this. His mission has seen him sit on various panels and lead different groups in making sure everyone's voice is heard. He continues to stack up achievements, and what's best of all, his motivation for doing so comes purely from the desire to give something back to those who helped him when he needed it most. We went to find out what he's all about and surprise him with the news that he was our winner.
In Leicestershire, John Piggott has been on a 10-year mission to improve life for our customers. Volunteering as a tenant advisor, on the scrutiny panel, as a complaints advocate and a community champion, making him a valued representative of the people he shares his scheme with.
I was on full benefits. I was on permanent sick pay for I think 4 years when I came here. Full housing benefits, pension credit. It turned everything round. I came here, I was warm, I was comfortable, I was clean, and I felt, well, I think now I would like to put something back into society, pay a bit back. And new tenants here got a letter from one of the managers welcoming them, and they were starting scrutiny then. They were looking for volunteers, so I thought this, I think, would fit. We had some meetings, and then we formed the first scrutiny panel, employed an outside agency to train and mentor us and chair us, and that was in 2010. Well, that started.
Here we are now, more than 10 years down the line. You're still doing it. What do you kind of get out of it? What's the thing that you enjoy doing? Because you've been doing it a long time. You could have easily done it a couple of years and gone, okay, let somebody else. What do you think it is that you like about it?
I enjoy working with other people, because when I lived on my own before I moved here, I didn't feel lonely. Then when I moved here, I realised I had been lonely, and it had contributed to a lot of my problems. So I enjoyed meeting other people. It gave me something useful to do. It made me feel useful again. And it sent me out all over the country on training courses and seminars and that.
And I'm guessing that sort of is also why your role in the scrutiny panel and the stuff you've been doing with the Ombudsman as well. Probably why you feel quite suited to it, actually, isn't it? Because you're able to take people's opinions, their views, their complaints about stuff on an equal footing and take it forward to the people who need to hear it.
Yes.
Now look, you've been obviously nominated as one of our Community Heroes award nominees, which means, we will eventually find out who everyone feels has done a really good job as their representative, and in your case all the scrutiny panel work you've done. So I have some things for you as part of what you've been doing for us. Obviously there's a certificate about how much of an outstanding contribution it is.
Okay.
But actually there's something you didn't know about, which is this, which, John, is actually the trophy to say that you're the winner of our outstanding contribution in customer involvement award. So well done.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. I know you didn't know that was coming. But
no, I didn't realise that was being announced until middle of February.
There you go. Well, look, here it is now for you. We've jumped the gun a little bit, but you're our winner. So well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's all right.
I'm very pleased and very proud, very humbled.
And well done to John as well. Great story, and fantastic to get to meet him and hear about everything he's doing. Now, another award for you, and our next award is for positive changes and taking big steps to improve someone's life. Now, our winner is someone who, despite a lot of things going against him, has shown real spirit and determination to make changes to his, and more importantly, others' lives. A back problem meant he was on crutches when our Communities Week Be Active project came around, but that didn't stop him covering over 3 miles a day to make sure he was involved. His volunteer work has a massive impact on his community. He offered us to go for a walk with him, but we said no, we'd rather take a sit down at his flats near to his home and to hear more and surprise him with his award.
At Chantry House in Worcester lives this man, Paul Barber. Over the last few years, Paul has taken the challenges he's faced in life and used them to stay motivated and ensure he can make a difference to other people's lives, as well as his own.
In 2003, I did actually break my back.
Right.
But then that was operated on and things were going okay. Then 2012, I was getting on a bus down in Crown-Gate, slipped and prolapsed 3 discs which have embedded themselves in the nerves down the left-hand side.
And so when this Communities Week came around and you chose to do the active thing, I mean, you were doing what, 3 miles a day, I think, or something like that, just on there?
Well, I did 16 miles.
And did you feel that was kind of your, like you said, it's your best form of exercise at the minute? So
yeah.
Is that kind of your way to show, right, come on everybody, if I can do it?
Yeah, because I'd already joined a walking group on a Monday from Lower Wick, and now I'm a walk leader for them. But then that's all led on to other things like my peer support mentor with on-site advocacy. I'm now with blind veterans.
Let's not forget in all of this everything that you've had to go through, the challenges you're facing each day.
Yeah.
What to you is it that makes you put all of that out of your mind and focus on these other people, do you think?
I think is what it is. My mum sort of gave up. She'd been fine after we lost Dad, but then she had a bit of a fall at home, And then all of a sudden she just said, I don't want to go back home. So of course, that started me thinking, oh, there must be other people that are in their homes by themselves. They don't see anybody. They don't talk to anybody. And I mean, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
But it helps me because I know that I've got somebody that's interested in what I do. Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed the 3.5 years that I've been volunteering more than the 30 years I was working.
It's brilliant. Well, look, we have, actually Joe's got it over there, we bought a little bit of paper to have you so you can say that, you know, we've been to see you and all that kind of stuff. But also, in there, thank you Joe, there's something we didn't tell you about, which is,
Oh no.
which isn't to say that actually you've been nominated, but it's one better, because you've actually won
Oh no.
our Positive Changes Award.
Oh God, thank you so
well
much.
done.
Thank you. Oh
Not
God.
expecting that, I know.
No. Oh, didn't mean that. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, look, it's obvious, you know, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
You know, as much as you're making changes to everybody else's life, almost without you even noticing,
Yeah.
it changes you, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I forget about my aches and pains.
And
Thank you so much.
that's recognition of winning the award. Well done.
Thank you. I was just not expecting that at all. Thank you very much.
What an inspiration Paul is. A massive well done to him and well done to everyone who have been winning so far. And also thanks to you for all getting in touch. Some incredible messages on the chat just about the inspiration that people like Paul is. So Hazel Clark says that. Sophie Baker says, congratulations, Paul. A lovely story, says Donna Lyons. Amma, what an inspiration. And there's a lot more to come as well. Plus, we're going to take a look back soon at last year's incredible efforts in Communities Connected Week, plus find out how you can get involved this year. Right now, we're heading for a very short break, so go and grab a drink, more snacks, maybe check if your wheelie bin is still outside, and we'll see you back here in 5 minutes' time. Hi everybody, welcome back. Good to have you along for the second half of the Platform Housing Group Community Heroes Awards 2022. Had some incredible stories so far. There are more to come, but first, it's back to Marion.
I really hope you're enjoying the awards so far, and I'm sure many of us are feeling really inspired to step up and make a difference. In October, over 400 platform colleagues, our board and trainee board members, customers, businesses and community partners stepped up to be part of our over 100 Platform Communities Connected activities. This meant taking part in projects themed around information, generations, neighbourhoods, environments and skills. Thank you so much to everyone who took part in these activities and to all of our supporters, including our main event sponsor, Travis Perkins. In a moment, we'll show you some of the highlights from October, but I'm also pleased to tell you that there will be 2 opportunities to get involved with Communities Connected in 2022. In October again, but also this May. We'd love to hear your ideas about projects, activities and events that could benefit platform communities, and we'd really love you to join us in making them happen. We'll be sharing how you can get in touch with us shortly. For now, here's what we got up to in October 2021.
So well done to every single person that got involved last year. And of course, a lot of the team are with us here in the Birmingham office, giving themselves a well-deserved round of applause. So well done, guys. And that was a great last year. What about this year, though? Well, I can tell you there are going to be 2 opportunities to get involved with the great work we do in our communities. So 2 fortnights instead of just 1 month. They're going to be split across the year. So the dates you'll need are these. Monday, the 23rd of May to Sunday, the 5th of June will be the first fortnight. And then from Monday, October 17th until Monday, 31st of October will be the second. Now, we'd love to hear your ideas on what we should be doing and where. There's a form, a link to a form going into the chat now, and that will have all you need to know on it. Plus, you can find it in places on our website and all the usual places that our colleagues would find stuff internally as well. Now, on to our next award then. This is to honour our outstanding platform volunteer. Now, when the project you're passionate about involves being outside in all weathers, even like it is today, it takes a certain type of dedication to stick to the cause. This person volunteers her time and effort into making her local community garden the best it can be, because she knows how much good it does for her local community to have something like that on their doorstep, and she knows too well the ways it can help people who are struggling. We braved a cold morning to walk around with her and unearthed a little surprise for her at the end.
This is Liz Pettican, a volunteer from Droitwich who has dedicated herself to the local community garden. Numerous different families and groups benefit from having the garden as a focus for their time and energy, and the person who's been keeping it all going has been Liz.
We've been going 7 years. Somebody who knew that I like gardening asked me if I wanted to be involved, and I got made chairman because I live around the corner. so that was that. So that was why I was in charge, and I'm passionate about gardening anyway. So yeah. Yes, it is important, the greenhouse. I mean, there's plants in there that wouldn't survive in the frost. So, and all the seeds we start in there, and
I'm just looking around the rest of it. You've got a heck of a collection.
A total mixture of vegetables and fruit and flowers. And yeah, we're hoping like a cottage garden. That's the sort of idea we went for.
So who uses it then?
There's about 5 of us who are regulars who kept it going over the years, and other people come and go. But the scouts are involved. And the first school have one of these raised beds every year.
But a few people do come and use it and almost find it a little bit of an escape.
Oh, definitely.
Tell me about
well, my right-hand man Kelvin is an alcoholic. He wouldn't mind me saying that, and it saved his life, he's reckoned. He comes up here and every day, he just sits here with his dog and he'll potter around, and he's taken ownership of the garden. And he often brings lads with him, sometimes drug addicts, but they come, so that's nice that they want to come here. And I welcome them with open arms, because one of my sons was a drug addict, so I know what they're going through. We're going for this competition with the RHS, and for 6 years we've had outstanding, which is nice. And I mean, it is outstanding when it's in for, not now, but in the summer it is a picture. But yeah, I think people do think of it as their community garden, which is nice.
Of course, everything that comes out of here, the fruit and veg, goes back into everybody's.
Oh yeah. Well, we share it out, and people take things to other people, and then the surplus goes to the food bank usually. So
obviously, because you were nominated for our outstanding platform volunteer.
Outstanding might be a bit of an exaggeration.
No, not at all. This isn't what we didn't tell you, but actually you haven't been nominated. You have won.
Oh my God!
For outstanding platform volunteer. So that
thank you.
Is for you.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm so thrilled.
Well, look, it's obvious.
You might go silly now.
It's obvious how much you love you love this place, and especially all the stuff you did throughout lockdown and everything else as well. You came and looked after it, kept it going. I know that when people come up to have a look around, we like to come and give them a tour,
Oh, yes,
so they
yeah.
fully know what it's all
Yeah.
about and what's involved. So, look, congratulations.
Oh,
It's
thank
a
you so much.
We think it's a great project, and we think the fact that so many people around here benefit from it so much.
I've gone all silly now.
That's all right.
Go away.
Well done, Liz. And I can tell you, we did leave pretty soon afterwards as well, only because she asked so politely. Bless her. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant to go and meet her. And you know what? We're actually going to stay with the green fingered theme because we're recognising a volunteer in our environmental award now for improving the world around us. Now, our winner has thrown themselves into volunteering at their community centre, and when he discovered the garden project, he found his happy place. He spends hours each week renovating and improving the space so others can enjoy it. What's there now is a flourishing garden, complete with all sorts of things, plants, gardens, benches and wildlife coming from an environment of social isolation. And it was hard for him at first, but he found his new love for the garden. His confidence has grown and grown. He's taken pride in his work and revels in the enjoyment others get from it as well. When we went to see him, to surprise him with the award, his newly donated daffodils were just beginning to bloom.
At this community hub in Worcestershire, Melvin Munden is quite often found in the garden. For the last 4 years, he's got more and more involved in the project because he knows how valuable this space is to everyone.
I've been here about 3 years, you know, three, 4 years, and I enjoy, not here, but obviously inside.
Yeah.
And when we first came here, when we first came here, it was a right mess. And there's all that hard work and graft, and even kids climbing over the fence, breaking fences down, that kind of thing. And with all that hard work we've done, planting stuff, you know, flowers, you name it, they broke it, you know. And but we don't give up. You don't give up. Just keep plodding on like all the time, you know.
Start with what we've got in here, actually, first off, before I go any further, because my gardening knowledge is terrible.
I'm so is mine. All remember daffodils.
Well, yeah, daffodils, isn't it? So how many daffodils have we got in here in total then? It's a few.
100, yeah. I think there's a few in here. They're more over the place, over there.
Yeah. They kind of came as a sort of a bit of a project, really, didn't they?
Yeah.
So what do you? I mean, I know nothing about daffodils, and you'll say to me, I haven't got a clue either.
No, I haven't. No.
So what's it like, kind of just having a go and seeing what happens?
Well, at the end of the day, if they all come out, it works, you know. It's just part of learning and growing, isn't it? You know.
But why is it good coming here then?
It's good for my health.
Yeah.
It's good for my confidence. It's good to build my confidence up. I come through from nothing. I'm up here now.
Did you ever think that doing gardening would help with that though?
No, I didn't think of that.
It's funny, isn't it?
I didn't even think of it, to be honest with you, no, I didn't.
Yeah, isn't that funny though? Isn't it? But isn't that funny though? But that's kind of how it works, isn't it? Yeah. I think there are probably a few people that see you. I have no knowledge, don't know what I'm doing. No, but they probably get a bit of confidence out of seeing you come and do it.
Well, because I started to work, they say, what should we do, Mark? What should we do? Should we do this? Should we do what you wanted to?
Yeah. And also, do you mind, you know, because the weather's not always nice, is it?
No, I don't mind any weather, as long as it's not raining and snowing like me, but all I see, but we're out in every weather sometimes here working.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't mind, do you? Because I think you know it's always going to be worth it.
It's always worth it at the end. It's always worth it at the end of the day, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always worth it.
And if you think back to what it was when you first came in and you look at it now, how do you feel about it now?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
There's no word to describe it. I mean, it's probably one of the best places I've ever seen, to be honest.
Right, well look, obviously I've got a certificate that says you've been nominated
for our
Community Heroes Award, so stay there a second to get that. And what I'm also going to give you, as well as a certificate, this is to say that although you've been nominated, you've actually won for this year as well.
Thank you very much.
So well done.
Thank you.
Keep holding that.
It's like winning the World Cup. Thank you.
So well done. Because, you know, we can see everything you're doing here.
Yeah.
We love the fact that you're putting, you know, you can come and do it, rain or shine.
Yeah.
Maybe not snow.
That's it. Yeah, snow, yeah, no snow, but rainless on automotive all the time. Like,
And it's so good that you love doing it because you know what it does for other people as well. So look, well done on you.
Thank you very much.
And well done, Melvin, as well. And just looking at the chat, you can see how many people absolutely love Melvin. Donna Lyons, Eileen Fox says he's out there, rain or shine. Nikki says, what a wonderful attitude, Melvin. So well deserved as well. And yeah, definite World Cup winner, as Rachel says on the chat as well. We think so too. Well done to Melvin. Now it's time for the final award, and it's for going the extra mile in exceptional times for someone who's really risen to the challenge to help others. So our winner, where to start with this person? Working mum, volunteer at the local community cafe, and coach of 2 girls' football teams. Then away from all of that, she's had quite the year of life-changing experiences. But it's that work with young women, empowering them to stay fit and achieve things that she's most proud of. And when we spoke to her, the stories from her last year put it all into perspective. Here's when we surprised her with her trophy.
Meet Claire Hardcastle from North Warwickshire, a busy mum, delivery driver and local volunteer who, for her weekends, looks after 2 girls' football teams. She's someone who simply loves helping others.
Most of the girls have played for me for 4 years now, so it just shows that we're doing something right to keep on playing and keep them doing something that they want to be doing and learning. So,
what role do you think that sort of plays in the wider community here then? How good do you think it is for the community to have that?
I think it's really good. I mean, we've got some really good connections now with Big Local and the community centre, and I think it's good, especially good for girls football because it wasn't really recognised before. But now seeing all these girls teams and girls wanting to play football and how good they are, it's good. And they're even offering kids my girls' age trials for professional clubs and all sorts now, so it's really good, really good.
But Claire had to go that extra mile when she heard that a group of travellers were threatening to take over the fields and use them as somewhere to camp.
It's a health and safety risk, so everything gets cancelled. And they moved off the area, and then I had a knock on the door to say that, put my knife and fork down, and got in my car and drove around and blocked the gates, and I think there was 1 or 2 caravans already on, but then there was a queue trying to get on, but they couldn't get on because I'd already put my car there. And then I just said to them that you ain't getting off the field and you're not getting on the field. I didn't even think about, well, I thought about the community, but it was more the kids because the new team had only just started playing on here, and I think it would have been a shock for them to be like, oh, we've got to call games off already. But yeah, I had the kids sitting on my car and saying stuff, and no, it wasn't fun. And the men were threatening to move my car with cranes and calling me all the names under the sun. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
And on that note as well, we know that you had a really sort of harrowing incident with a road traffic accident that you came across. What happened there?
I was on a delivery along Gaveston on the A5, and seen all these cars pulled over and a bike in the road. So I've got out, got my first aid bag out because I have all my football stuff in the back. Got my first aid bag out thinking, oh, it's just going to be a scratch or something. So I go up and there's a man in the hedge, and there's another lady saying that we need to give him CPR. So I says, right, we'll take it in turns because it's a lot easier. I helped the ambulance service drag him out of the hedge into the road. And while they got all their PPE on, because obviously COVID and stuff, they told me to keep giving CPR, so I did. And then they took over, so we've all walked away from the scene, but then they pronounced him dead at the scene, which we already knew.
It's kind of things that I also get the impression that if it happened again, you'd do exactly the same.
Yeah, 100%. We're all human, aren't we, at the end of the day? If no one can help each other, then what's the point of being human?
Well, we know you've gone above and beyond, which is why I wanted to come and speak to you about, the fact that you were nominated in the Community Heroes Award. But Debbie, in that bag, could you just open that bag up for me, if that's all right? I just need to delve my pocket inside because we've got a certificate that said, officially recognises that we've been nominated, and you know, we wanted you to recognise that and know that. So at the top of the certificate, there's also this, which is actually the trophy to say that you haven't just been nominated, but you're our winner. Going the extra mile is the award, and we wanted you to have this. So well done. You should be really proud, because we really, think what you do is incredible. And I know you don't think anything.
It's normal to me.
Trust me, when you put it into.
Thank you. Weren't expecting that either.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Really proud, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, that means like. Oh.
Is it a bit dusty in here? Maybe. Wow, massive congratulations to Claire, and a huge well done to all our winners. But they, of course, are only a part of the story. So many others were nominated for their incredible work, all of whom will be receiving prizes from us in the next few days. We want to say well done to them all now. So, first off, a well done to Sam Ellis for her work with the local community centre to put on activities for older people and children in the community, also for being an important member of the Residents Association and helping with the community pantry, which distributes surplus food into the community. Also Janet Brown for her work either knitting or doing origami to create Christmas presents for almost every child in the community, spending over £500 of her own money. The Winthorpe Community Partnership for being an amazing group of volunteers running weekly groups and activities in a community lounge, offering support and advice. To Annie Swift for taking the lead in creating a wildlife garden in her neighbourhood of Conley Close in Alford. Also to Gordon Field for organising 5 socially distanced live music performances at his independent living scheme at Christmas and conducting his own sing-alongs, lifting his neighbours' spirits during lockdown. To Brian Smith for keeping the communal areas at Epperstone Court Independent Living Scheme clean every single day since March 2020. There's over 60 properties in that main block. Also, the Friends of Hurst Farm, who created the food box scheme during the pandemic and delivered them to Hurst Farm residents in need. To Rachel Saxman for her work as a community champion, where she's taken the lead on issues that have been raised in her local neighbourhood. To Diane Johnson for helping to set up and open a tuck shop at Wellington Court. Diane's priority is the customers and providing a service for those in need. To Dawn Smith for collecting surplus food for the Fair Share scheme, for the Tollerdine Mission's Free Friday shop weekly for the past year, always being there at 8:30 in the evening every week. For Brian Wootton for putting his own difficulties to side and always having a smile on his face, running the coffee mornings every week at Barratt Court, helping out with any events within the scheme and really putting himself out for anyone needing help. To Julie Davies for her role as a community champion, where she's been very supportive of local neighbourhoods to address issues such as ground maintenance and fly tipping and seeing the job through. To Eileen Fox, community champion, mystery shopper and long-serving member of the security panel with a real passion for customer service, ensuring that the panel are considering customers in everything they do and that platform provides the best possible service to them. To John Cross, proud and active community champion, regularly out litter picking and sweeping footpaths at the blockhouse to keep them tidy. To Jennifer Stevens, community champion at Thomas Morris House, reporting issues and ensuring they get sorted, plus running monthly coffee mornings and always being on hand to offer advice or just a friendly ear. And finally, to Priya Ibinsdas for her efforts to do a local litter pick, gathering up bags and bags of rubbish all off our own back. Round of applause for all of our other nominees, please, guys, and well done to all of you as well. Fantastic. Not much left to say then, apart from a huge thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed it and are as touched as we've been about people's stories. We should also thank at this point our sponsors who've helped us put today on. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you to Capstick Solicitors LLP, to Devonshire's, to Anthony Collins, Hugh James, Roy Thorns, Brown Jacobson, to Burkitt's LLP, to Bevan Britton LLP, to Blake Morgan, and also to Lyra Coe as well. Thank you to all of you. Now, hopefully today you've been inspired to go and take part in this year's events. And of course, you might also be thinking of someone who deserves a nomination in our next awards. Of course, just before we say goodbye, a huge thanks to the team behind the scenes for making this all happen. And those dates, remember, for our Communities Connected Weeks this year, there'll be events from the 23rd of May to the 5th of June, and then from the 17th of October until the 31st. Can't wait to see you again for all those activities we'll be putting on then, and look forward, of course, to more incredible stories at the awards next year. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Well done to all of our winners and nominees, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.